What a time to be alive as a precious metal stacker. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Independent Experience. I'm IndyXP, and this is your morning market wake-up call for Wednesday, August 5th, 2020. We hit record highs. We're still hitting them as we speak. Guys, gold hit that $2,000 mark and just kept right on going. It sure did. Silver is also reaping the benefits, as well as all the other precious metals. Let's go ahead and jump on into the markets and see where we're starting today off at. Gold, as said, has surpassed $2,000 for the first time ever. Gold is currently at $2,049.22. Silver is up over $27. This is the highest we've seen those in almost a decade. Currently at $27.08, giving us a ratio all the way down at 75.68. Platinum has made a nice jump, currently at 967.02, and palladium is up nicely at 2236.34. In other metals markets, rhodium is steady at 89.50. Copper is down a penny at 2.95. Aluminum is up 1 cent at 77 cents, and uranium is steady at 32.20. Barrels of crude oil was another big winner yesterday. That actually comes on the heels of the explosion in Beirut. If you guys didn't check that out, horrible situation that they're dealing with there in Lebanon. Barrels of crude oil are up $1.50, currently at $43.20 a barrel. Had a good day on Wall Street yesterday. The Dow Jones closed up 164 points at 26,828.47. The NASDAQ hit an all-time high as well, up 38 points at 10,941.17. I'd be looking for that to go over 11,000 for the first time today. And the S&P 500 was also up 11 points at 3306.51. Dow and Wall Street futures are pointing upward for the morning. So be looking for a nice little bump once the markets open in about an hour and 45 minutes. If you guys trade in Bitcoin, those are up currently at 11,410.60. And if you guys happen to be a fan of the gold back, those are still at $3.27. I would expect those to push over $3.30 today once that market opens. In today's video, we are reviewing an article from Anna Golubova from KitCo News. This is entitled, "Gold Price Has Another $200 to Go After Soaring Past $2,000, says analysts. After the bullish momentum in gold took prices over $2,000 an ounce, the rally could have another $200 to go before seeing a downturn, according to analysts. December gold futures jumped to a new all-time high of $2,024.40 an ounce on Tuesday, last trading up nearly 2% on the day. Meanwhile, spot prices climbed over $2,000 for the first time, last trading at $2,004.20. This is articles from yesterday afternoon. Eyes are on lower yields, said TD Securities head of global strategy Bart Malik. Quote, "There is a lot of momentum here, maybe some short covering after we eliminated shorts the other day," Malik told KitCo News on Tuesday. The 10-year yields are at the lowest ever at 0.5%, and we've got 30-year yields at 1.1888. Those are pretty significant lows here. Gold got a leg up along with silver and crude oil on the news of the explosion in Beirut, which triggered fear of missing out, said Blue Line Futures Chief Market Strategist Phil Strebel. There we go. We saw silver, gold, and crude oil take off on the news of that explosion in Beirut. And then when they came out, and then when it turned out to be a fireworks storage warehouse next to a nitrate factory, we saw silver futures fall 50 cents, gold fell $9. On that pullback, some of the guys that were afraid to miss out on gold's price action wanted to get in and buy at all costs, Strebel said. Anytime new highs are probed, the markets get two types of traders. Quote, a guy who gets stopped out, who is short, and a guy who's afraid of missing out, Strebel pointed out. That's what we're seeing now, fear of missing out and new stops being hit, he said. There's also a growing view out there that the Federal Reserve may move away from the preemptive inflation targeting, stated Malek. Typically, they would guide. Sounds like they possibly could be moving away from that. Today's move up also comes after a slight correction on Monday, added Malek, noting that gold could be looking at $2,100 next. We are at the record level. The next big Fibonacci would be at 2110. That is where the 2011 gold high really is if you were to adjust for inflation, he said. Our target average for end of next year is at 2100. I think we're going to get there before the end of next year. That's just looking at the numbers. I think that's where we're going to be. I think we're going to be at $2,100 possibly by the end of the week. The bull market looks healthy, even above $2,000 an ounce, said Strebel. All the technicals line up really good. As long as the lower real yields occur and the dollar continues to weaken, you're going to continue to see gold bank all-time highs, Strebel told KitCo News. It's a pretty healthy bull market right now. The ADX, which measures the strength of the trend, is at 44, which says that it is healthy, upward trending market. Gold tends to shoot for round numbers, and $2,200 could be the next for gold, added Strebel. It seems like the more people talk about round numbers, the more they come up like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Once it got to 1921, we had to go to 2000. The 2200 is the next resistance level based on the breakout at 1857 to our most recent consolidation. That would be the Fibonacci extension. Strebel also warned that at the same time, this could be the high in gold if the news of a successful vaccine rollout hits the market. And again, that article comes from Anna Golubova from KitCo News. So what do you guys think? I think that 2110 is an interesting number. That is the adjusted inflation for gold's all-time high that we hit back in 2011. But $2,200 also does not seem necessarily out of the question at this point. I think once the U.S. markets open up today, that will tell us a lot about where precious metals could be heading for the end of the week. If we continue to see the gains in gold and silver throughout the first half of today till noon, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I think we could be seeing these all-time highs in gold, especially continue throughout the week. I'd be interested to hear what you guys have to say on the topic. Let me know down in the comments below. I think it's great to have these conversations and to hear what you guys have to say on the topic. Guys, I do greatly appreciate every single one of you, and if you happen to appreciate old IndyXP, go ahead and do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button for me right there. It helps me out immensely in beating YouTube. If you happen to be new to the independent experience and you want to keep up to date on all the latest, greatest content, why don't you consider hitting that subscribe and jingle bell right there in the corner, bing bong, so you can keep notified of when new content is coming out. Here comes the card. It's going to be right here in the box. Go ahead and hit that at the end of this video so you can watch the latest content that came out just before this one. Guys, I have been IndyXP from the Independent Experience, and I'm here again to remind you, if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find your pockets heavy.